In today's episode, I'm going to answer a question from one of my readers, Paul, who wrote in on the TELUS Talks business blog that I write for, and he's starting a media advertising agency and is worried about how to start it up and differentiate himself. There's a lot of competition, and he's wondering how he can kind of stand out from his competition. So Paul, since you wrote in on the TELUS blog, I'll tell you a little bit about what I do with TELUS Talks business and how that might help your story. Since you're providing a service-based business, your key differentiating factor, I think, should be your service. So you're providing a lot of value through whatever service you're offering, but you want to go out of your way to provide exceptional customer service and think of other ways to be able to help your potential clients. That way you can turn small projects into big projects, into big repeat projects, into referrals. And that's an awesome way to grow your business. So here's a little story about what I did with TELUS Talks business, and hopefully the guys at TELUS don't mind me telling the story. We'll see, I guess, after this video. So they first hired me to create a blog post, and they hired a whole bunch of bloggers, and they said 300 to 500 words, create a blog post. And it was on a famous entrepreneur topic, and I did. But instead of writing 300 to 500 words, I wrote 1,500 words, and I created videos that went along with it. And then I marketed it and promoted it to my audience. It got people involved, and people started commenting, and I responded to the comments. And we had a whole bunch of activity around all the posts that I was creating. And as a result, they wanted to make it a series and hire me back to do more of these posts. And then that became an ongoing series, and creating more videos and more content. And now what I'll try to do with them is I'll create quarterly reports to say, here's what entrepreneurs are thinking about. And there's no value in that for me except I'm helping my client, and they want to work with me on an ongoing basis. So I don't get paid to create extra stuff for them, like these reports. So I'll create a quarterly report saying the kind of state of entrepreneurship. I'll try to meet with them once a quarter to talk about ideas to help them grow their business. Even if there's no benefit for me, we'll kind of brainstorm ideas on what they can do to help kind of grow their practice online. And all that kind of extra service leads to a great working relationship. They want to hire me back. I love working with them. They're fantastic people. So it's kind of working out from both sides and able to go out and get other business as well that's kind of similar. So it's through that exceptional service you turn that one-off, potentially small job into an ongoing repeat project that then grows in size, and you can get referrals out of it. Especially when you're dealing with a business type of customer, if you can prove that you are an indispensable part of their business, you're almost a part of their business instead of just being a service provider. Think of yourself as an extension of their marketing and advertising arm. So you're thinking about other ways to grow their business besides just what you can offer. It's a fantastic way to be able to kind of get yourself in, establish yourself, and build a nice big business for yourself.
You become who you consistently think about. So if you compare yourself to people who've done a lot more than you, competition who's way ahead of you, then you will rise up your standards. You will gain strength to go and match them. If you compare yourself to people who haven't done as much, people who are down in the swamp, people who are way lower than you, then you're going to get dragged down into the swamp as well. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with comparing yourself to other people, as long as you use it as a kick forward to make yourself better. So Simon used the example of MySpace and not knowing about Facebook, and then Facebook came and destroyed them, right? They were paying attention to the wrong competition. Well, look at Facebook and look at what they did with Instagram. When Snapchat started coming along, they had a better feature of telling the stories, and Instagram just copied Snapchat, pretty much exactly their feature, and then Instagram starts taking off and Snapchat starts declining, right? If Snapchat's doing it better, you can learn from your competition. If your competition is out there crushing, you can learn from them. But if you're already the best, you don't want to compare yourself to them. You want to compare yourself to people who are crushing it in different fields. So I look at Toronto Dance Salsa as an example. It's a business I invested into and now own in Toronto, where it's the largest salsa dance studio in Canada for sure, maybe North America. We'll teach 5,000 to 6,000 people a year how to dance salsa. I'm training Alex under me. I'm mentoring him to help him become an entrepreneur and one day run the entire business. I'm looking at him, and every time he compares us to the other schools, like, you got to stop thinking about it. We are bigger and more successful than every school combined in our city. I don't care what the other schools are doing. I don't compare myself to the other schools. I'm okay with them looking up to us, but I don't look to them to say, what can we copy? I want to look to other successful businesses that are bigger than us, that are having a bigger reach, more impact. I want to look at companies that are doing great on the entertainment side, on the education side. What can we learn? How can we model these amazing organizations? That's who I want to compare myself to. I want to rise our standards to go meet them, not get pulled down by the people who are smaller than you. And so I think brushing competition with one stroke is dangerous. I think you just have to do a better job of defining who you're in competition with. And if you can find yourself as a small fish in a big pool and there's giant whales to go after who've been around, who can teach you lessons, I think it's fantastic to go and try to chase them down. Just make sure you're not the big fish in a small pond being the best and then slowly getting lazy and lazy and lazy because everybody else is smaller than you and you get pulled down into the muck. So I've got a 3-step process on how you can model competition successfully. Step number 1 is figure out what do you want to become. What do you want to become? What kind of company do you want to become? Or even as a human, what kind of person do you want to become? What is your goal, right? Get clear on the kind of company that you want to become. Step number 2 is who is like them so you can model them, right? So if you want to pick, I want to be a values-led organization, great. There may not be anybody in your industry who's done it and won at it. Don't copy those people, but there's lots of companies who have done it, maybe in a slightly different industry. Go learn from them. They may not be able to teach you exactly the thing you need to do, but they can take you 80% of the way. So once you identify what the thing is that you want to become, 2, go out on a hunt, go out on a search to find the people who have done that thing. And then step number 3 is how can you make them a part of your daily routine? Right? You become what you consistently think about. You become who you consistently associate with. One of the main reasons why I have this YouTube channel and all my others is I want to be around success. I want to be around Simon Sinek and Warren Buffett and Oprah Winfrey every day. I want parts of them in my ear every single day because they move me forward. They pull me forward in a direction. Otherwise, it's easy to stay where you are. The difference between where you are right now and where you'll be in 5 years is all the people and conversations and learning that you've had. And so I want them in my ear. I don't necessarily look at Simon or Oprah or Gary as competition. It's people I want to learn from. They've had success. They're better than me at certain things. And so I want them around me so they can pull me through, even if I never meet them. Even if I never shake their hand, even if I never have a one-on-one with them, just by being around them, I call them aspirational mentors. Just by being around them, they pull you forward, they make you stronger, they make you the person that you want to be.
If you want my best advice on how to get more focused, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there. That's not the problem. The problem is you're not focused. Focused work, you could quickly become, in a matter of months, an expert at something if you just focus in on it.